I'm racing to get the morning light. We've got a lovely walk into the gorge. First thing, I left camp. And I'm all fresh because I've only got a small backpack instead of a massive canvas on the back. So I feel great. These hills light up beautifully, so I want to get into the gorge. Really crank something out, have a look around. Bit of a river crossing here. Oh, there we go. And shortcut up over the hills. There we go. All right. There is the hill I climbed yesterday. This time the sun's going to rise up behind that one. All that stuff up over there. Should be great. I tell you what, it's a lot easier to get around when you haven't got that massive painting on your back. But I love coming out here on location and painting big pictures. And so what I do is I've been training myself to do such a thing, which means a lot of jogging, resistance training, whatever it takes to give you just an all-round general fitness, which means that when you go to tackle things that seem a little crazy, well, you've got a little bit of backup behind you. So that worked out. Worked out yesterday. Now I feel like a freshly shorn sheep. I feel like I've got no wool on me, just fast now without that massive heavy paint. The problem was, it wasn't just the painting. In the backpack, I had 2 litres of water. And then I had all those cartridges. You saw me shoot those cartridges out of the gun, the cartridge gun, all the cartridges, all that. And I'll tell you what, for some reason, even though I had a backpack with 2 straps, all the weight kept transferring to my left shoulder from the backpack. So all the weight from the backpack was on my left shoulder. And also that's where the painting was sitting on my left shoulder. So I had the weight of the painting on my left shoulder and the backpack full of gear on the same shoulder. It just kept digging in. Oh, that was one of the hardest things, actually. Anyway, there's the moon. And we're going to get first light on that soon away. Great. Can hardly wait. G'day guys, I'm back home in the studio now. Thought I'd get the paintings out and have a look. Pretty happy with what's going on. It's always a big thing when you get home from a trip and you get the work out and you look at it again. It never looks quite the same as it did on site. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing, but in your own mind, it's always like, well, what's this? Is this what I painted? I don't remember painting that. It just seems slightly different somehow. Once you get used to it, things can be all right. I've actually been picking quite a few little bugs with the palette knife out. We've had quite a lot of bugs, which is all part of it, land on the big painting, which is very interesting. And I also noticed right down low, which adds a little bit of credibility, some of the little marks right in the foreground here and just here are actually sticks from when I was coming down the hill. It was super hard to walk down the hill with that wet painting without actually hitting anything. And I did a pretty good job, actually. It's quite amazing that I didn't scuff it right up. But then once I got down to the bottom and I'm walking back up the creek about another 2 k's to get to the car, I lost concentration for only a second. I can't believe it. And I scuffed some of this corner here. But interesting enough, when you get up close, it just looks like lines and marks. It's part of the whole package. So you've got up close, you look and maybe you can see the slight little wing trace or footstep marks left from the bugs that landed in it. And also just a little mark here and there. All part of it. Adds credibility. At the same time, when you get a fly walk through the painting, it's really interesting because you'll get a fly walk through, say, an orange patch, and then he walks up into the blue patch and you can see these tiny little footsteps. Now, I've got all these paintings up just so I can look at them at the whole. I just want to say, if you want any part of this trip and you feel like you've really enjoyed the whole Chambers Gorge thing, I'm going to offer these online for a 20% discount for people who are watching YouTube. So all you got to do is go to the description below and you'll see I'll have, what do we call it, maybe RME 20. So we'll go 20% discount, RME capital letters 20. You'll find it in the description. You go straight to the website and any of these paintings here that I did on the journey, if you want a piece of that to remind you of the fun that I had, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the trip as well. I really enjoyed being out there. Particularly that frosty morning gorge that we're currently in at the moment. It was unbelievable. Walking through that gorge was crisp as anything, but absolutely beautiful. So ancient, such a beautiful country to be in. All right, so there you go. 20% discount in the description below. Get yourself a piece. Right. That is just a magical view, isn't it? Beautiful. I feel like I want to walk down this way a bit further and see what's around the corner. Let's go and let's explore. It's quite a rugged terrain we're dealing with here. Let's just have a look. Obstacles galore. Oh, this is just great. Absolutely great. Look at that golden light. It's so intense. It's been very clean mornings, very clean atmosphere. That's one of the things about the Outback is you can have a full sunny day on the coast, but you got that coastal haze and there's particles in the air. And so in the morning, the sun's got to shine through all those particles. Quite often in the Outback, not much particles in the air. But you get when the sun comes over the horizon, it's so clean and crisp. Wow. So this is actually called Chambers Gorge, and it's one of the major watercourses for a lot of the Flinders Ranges in this area up behind me. When it rains, because it's so rocky, water doesn't soak in that well. And so what you get is a lot of runoff, and it comes out of the Flinders Ranges, and a lot of it comes through this gorge and makes its way out to Lake Frome that we painted yesterday out in the distance. So that lake out in the distance does get its water from here when it rains big. Quite often it's just a dry salt lake. At the moment, I think there's a bit of water in it. Judging from what I was painting yesterday, it looked like I could see a bit of water. Clean atmosphere. So I could kind of see it. But anyway, so yeah, it's carved this beautiful gorge through the hills. And at the moment, there's tons of water because we had a lot of rain a few months back. Last summer and whatever else, there's been a lot of rain. It's just sort of kept up on it. But it's a very spiritual place for the Aboriginals too. The native Australians, they absolutely would have hung out here in big numbers because all the water, like I said, if it is going to rain, being a very arid climate, if there is going to be any water, it'll be here in the gorge. So very significant area. So I respect that. I'm just getting first lick of light up on what I was painting. That's what I was painting yesterday up on that peak. Great. Beautiful. Yeah, so if you keep walking, this gorge goes a long way. It just keeps winding. This is kind of some of the highlight areas. But in saying that, you just keep walking for kilometre after kilometre and it's all just beautiful. I'm camped on the other side of it, the outside. And I'm going into the gorge now. And if you kept going many kilometres, you'd pop out the other side, out on the flat plains, and you'd be heading towards Lake Frome then. There'd be a river, just a dry river with these creek gums running all the way out there. Normally dry, but at the moment, I'm sure there's water in it like this. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Because there was such a lot of summer rain, this creek's been dry for ages. There's been a drought before all that rain came last summer. This creek was bone dry for ages. But what happens when you get a really big flood and she fills right up, runs a banker, tumbles all these rocks and it helps germinate new seeds from the river gum trees. So you can see a lot of these poor old river gums couldn't handle the last drought. See how a lot of them are dead? But the good thing is, down here if you have a look, we've got new growth, which is great. We've got new young baby gum trees. So all that tumbling in some areas, there's heaps of, actually they're all along. That's what I'm saying, they're running right along here. They're running along because they've tumbled through, and so we've got a mass germination of young gum trees. And that's great. Not many of them survive all the droughts to follow. But occasionally some will, and then that's how you get those random gum trees through the creek. Because they all germinate, then only the strongest ones survive over the years, coming years. Hopefully this new super El Nino coming along is not too rugged up here. Whew! Because those poor little gums are doomed. Can't have that. Beautiful. Alright, well there she is. I reckon I'll leave her at that. Just a quick impression. Wow, that moves so quickly. Unbelievable. 1 minute I'm talking about waiting for this shadow to grow. Next minute, boom, she's lighting up. You've got to work like a crazy man. Anyway, pretty out with what's going on. Feel like I've caught that essence of that beautiful foreground shadow, that lovely reflection in the water. And of course the glow on the hill itself with those cool green shadows. And that same reflective orange in the water. Beautiful. Let's get this back to camp. There's a few bugs floating around. Midges, I don't want them on the work. All right, let's get into it. Let's get all this back to camp. Quick, smart. Ah, absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Fantastic. So, we'll wind this one down. Oh, crappies. She's pretty soft, this ground, because of the water. It's kind of wet where I'm standing. The water's all around me, and all the gravel, the legs just sink straight into it, down to water level. That looks great, doesn't it? Just put that one in. Yeah, it's been fantastic weather this trip. The last trip I went on to this same location was the Paint Camp Cook Diaries. Check it out. It was just rain, 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 rain. So I painted that and it worked out surprisingly nice. You just got to paint. That's the thing about plenty of painting. You paint what you're looking at the time. And when it was grey and overcast, picking up all those subtle tones and values was a really nice thing. But then when it's going off like this, that's nice too. So just get out there and whatever's around, just use that as the subject. That's beautiful, isn't it? Great. All right, let's get into it. Wow, that's great. Look at that view. Beautiful light. Let's get this off. Stick it up out of the way here. Let's put her up here somewhere. Fantastic. All right, really enjoyed doing that one. It's such a beautiful subject. Just look at it glowing right now. I can't believe it. It's fantastic.